Hello everyone, Bracket here, and today I'm doing something new. Today I'm actually gonna be doing a new series, a series where I will be watching your guys' gameplay, the clips you have sent me in the last couple of days, and I will give feedback and analyze every mistake I can notice, and hopefully through this process I can help you improve and I can help everyone learn something new today. So first video is from Sweaty Kitanama. We have a matchup between Black Power and Hitokiri. It's a 55-minute video. I chose one round. I will probably choose another one afterwards, and I would like to talk about it. I would like to show it, and maybe out of this you guys get to learn something. So let's get started. I muted the audio because I'm pretty sure they're talking in the background. So okay, let's get started. First of all, I need to stop instantly. Do not dodge NGV. I mean, you have 100 ms frame vulnerability on every chain attack. The guy had full stamina. There was no point to GB there. The first dodge, might have been a dodge option select, might have been a parry. Not sure if dodge was the most appropriate there. I think if you really wanted to dodge, you could have back dodged, and the guy would have whiffed if you would have fainted into the GB. That's one good thing you can do against Hitokiris when they charge heavies, Shugonkis when they charge heavies, or maybe even Wardens when they charge shoulder bash. So keep that in mind. You can back dodge if they try to feint into GB, if they fully charge and feint into GB. Don't dodge in GB. Okay, so now he gets a sweep, and when you get a sweep, you need to know that Hitokiri afterwards, she's not safe to attack. She cannot attack and follow up. I mean, she can follow up with light into light, but that's very risky for the Hitokiri. So as soon as you get swept, most of the times what I do is on the wake up, on the hyper armor wake up, I try to light her out of the next heavy, which is what she does. She lighted into heavy. She shouldn't light. So basically, because of the sweep, you make a conditioning game and forcing your opponent to light so he can hyper armor trade with you. Not even attack you out of the attack. Trade with you. So if Hitokiri ever sweeps you, you can light her on the wake up. It's profitable, and you will condition her into lighting you, which is easy parry for you. She does light into heavy. Here went into bulwark and didn't flip. I mean, what's the point? If you don't be undecided like that. You either stay and do nothing or flip. I mean, like, think about it. You went into bulwark, and if the guy fainted into GB, you would have lost. If the guy let it go, you would have lost. What would you have beaten there? I do not understand. Okay, let's keep going. Right. Heavy, he dodged the heavy. I assume that was a light parry dodge option select. Why heavy? I mean, you have so many good options SPP from neutral. Heavy is not the first one, it's probably the last one. So yeah, that heavy didn't make that much sense. Right? Lighted, then you went into unblockable. You've noticed that this opponent is somewhat a bit aggressive. Going into big unblockables like that from neutral, it's not the best thing when you know opponents are going to be very aggressive against you. Like in that situation, if he heavied, he would have traded with you, or hit you if you would have fainted. If he would have lighted, which he did, he would have interrupted you. So be careful. Unblockable from neutral is not the best choice if opponent is attacking a lot. Okay, now back into the mix-up. You dodge forward. That's a misclick, I assume, or you try to bash him out of it. It's a good idea to bash Hitokiris or, let's say, Warden type of chargeable mix-up if you think he's not going to faint, because you do stamina damage and you beat faint into GB, you beat him charging. It's a good option, so do it, but don't forward dodge and do nothing. Alright, let's keep going. So now light, you land light heavy, that's good. Okay, how come? Okay, how did you get hit here? So you forward dodged on light. Try to, like, if I look back, I think this guy lighted you 4 times, 5 times out of neutral in 30 seconds. I mean, that's just asking to get parried, you know? I would, if I were you in this situation, I would have very much looked more for opportunities to parry him, because he lighted you 5 times from neutral, and I think he heavied you once. So those are very good odds for you to parry. Right? It does unblockable. Thing about unblockable, you have so many options selected in this game, especially SPP. I can name you parry, zone option select, dodge option select, bash option select, GB option select. What else do you have? You have flip. Like, you have so many options. You combine all of these options and not parrying, and leave not parrying for like the last one, unless you make like a really hurry. Like, parrying is very safe right now in the game. Parrying could easily be done frequently and not be punished harsh for it. So yeah, do not parry there. And yeah, that is the round. You lost. It was not the best round, but take every loss as a learning opportunity. And yeah, I will see you in the next round. Alright, and we're back, this time in the same game. He's fighting Hitokiri. It's 0-2 for Hitokiri. And this is the third round. So let's see how this starts. He's going for unblockables. Wow, you did that. What's the top heavy? Let me understand this top heavy. So, is it like a prediction to him fainting? I don't get it. It sounds to me like you mashed the button there and it worked. Yeah, I don't really understand the logic behind a top heavy. If it was an interrupt, I mean, that was a ballsy interrupt. It's not gonna work. Like, here, have this mentality when doing something. If you draw the same move, okay, not always, but it's good to have this question to ask yourself. If you run this play 100 times on different opponents, would it be profitable? This mentality is mostly applied in rotations and 44, but it can be applied in this situation as well. What you want to do is something that doesn't make you win when you get lucky, but consistently gets you to win the majority of the time. So if that play doesn't make you win the majority of the time, it is not a good play. It is not a play you should have in your moveset. Or you can have, but have it situational, and have it when you know the right moment for that is. Alright, let's continue watching. What? How? Okay, how did you get that top heavy? So, you bash him, he lights, you don't block it. I assume you try to parry it. Okay, nice to see. Okay, so here's one thing you need to know. First of all, this guy lights you like crazy. You need to parry more. And second of all, a lot of people, after you bash them, they will light because they're afraid of the unblockable. So if they light as soon as they see after the bash, they can interrupt the unblockable. So you can take advantage of that as a BP player and parry those lights. Okay, he parries your heavy. Doesn't make too much sense to heavy. Okay, here you go, you block, and you go instantly into bulwark, and that's good. That because you have fast flow and you make the guy panic a bit. He cannot light you too fast, but you make the wrong way, then it doesn't parry. Okay, try to focus more on blocking lights. It shouldn't be that hard. Just focus more on it. Maybe go practice sometimes just blocking lights. Okay. Good, you bashed him out of it. That's good. I like that. Nice play. You blocked the light. Good. Bash more. Especially against Hitokiri. What you want to do as PP, you need to realize that she cannot really punish your bash. So you want to use that as often as possible. Once you have frame advantage, like for example, you block the light, you can bash. Like the Hitokiri cannot light again because you have frame advantage. So you can bash him and get damage in this way. And it's safe because the guy can only punish you if he super prediction dodges, which most opponents don't do that often, and if they do, you have other ways of punishing them for that. So against a character that does not have dodge attacks, bashing is very profitable. Right, good option select, nice block, should have blocked. Okay, you missed a bit of buttons there. I'm not sure if flip was the best one there. What you could do that I recommend is backlight as an option select, because the backlight is very good, because especially if he charges, if he's heavy and you have a bit of time to walk backwards, you can backlight in order to see if the attack is let go, or if fainted, you will move enough backwards for the opponent not to be able to parry your light. And on top of it, if he tries to punish your backlight, you have so many options, and if he does nothing, you have so many options as pressure as well. So backlight is very good in those situations. Right? Here, you hit a light, you shouldn't have done that. Be careful, I think he's going to... Oh, okay. Well, you made the wrong read there, that happens. Overall, this was, let's say, these plays have a lot of opportunities for you to learn and improve for next time, right? Thank you very much for sending the clip, Sweaty Kid Tama. I would say I would give a rating on the gameplay. For this, I probably will give around 4 out of 10. Not the best, not good. You still have a lot to learn. So thank you for sharing. Obviously here, people here are sending the clips because they want to improve, not to show off. So if you want to send clips in the future, you can do it at my Gmail, barakit25@gmail.com. I will leave the address in the description, and send me the clips that I can give you the most feedback on, not the ones you can flex. Because here we're not here to flex on my channel. We're here to learn. I'm gonna be very honest. So if you give me a clip where you have not that many mistakes, well, there's not much I can teach you. So be humble about it. Give clips where you can learn. I will see you with the next video. Alright, welcome back. Next we have a video from Riddimam. It is from one of his videos called Best Moment. I will leave a link in the description to his channel. He is going to be in an anti-gank, and I think he did some plays that could be improved. Obviously the opponents, since he won, the opponents can take fully advantage of it, but there are still things to learn. Don't always take a win as, wow, look how great I did. Still, don't forget to learn from it. Losses are easier to learn from, because, you know, if you lose, there's definitely something you have to improve. But don't see wins as like you've done it, you don't have to improve anymore. No, see them just as much as learning opportunities as losses. Otherwise, you will be holding back on a lot of improvement. So let's get going. Has Warlord on C. If you're contesting, especially against Warlord or any character that, you know, has any character that isn't an assassin, do not die on the point. Whatever happens, just leave the point before you die, because for every death on the point you do, you give him an extra 20 renown for defending the point. So whatever, to everyone around. So if 2 people are ganking you, you give extra 40. If 4 people are on the point, you give extra 80 renown. And that's just the extra. You also give the renown for killing you. So it's the kill renown plus bonuses plus 20 extra renown. So don't die on the point, basically. Leave the point if you get low or are about to die. Alright, let's see. He heavies. The opponent fucks up the parry punish. Not sure about what I think of heavy. Especially in the first one, try to heavy feint a bit more. See how people react to it. Because a lot of people, you have to learn how people react to chain. Because a lot of people play differently. And you have to categorize them. You have to make some categories for players and just try to put them and have a certain playstyle you do against this type of player. For example, against someone that plays heavies, it's very easy to, you know, start going to lights, start fainting some heavies into lights, into GPs, whatever. Right, let's see. Here GPs. Okay, use zone from neutral. Don't do that. Never, I mean, obviously not never, but very, very rarely zone from neutral. Like, think about it. If you didn't get lucky with the fact that the warlord liked it, the block means parry. And the parry means you would go out of stamina. So not only did you do a zone, a move that is punishable on block, you also would have made yourself go out of stamina if the warlord would have blocked it. Right? So you zone, then you light. Very dangerous light. Again, if the warlord parries, you go out of stamina. If you go out of stamina against warlord, it can be problematic. He has 53 damage punish and a very hard to react bash. Alright? He lights into heavies, nice dodge. Should have parried that, should have deflected that. Against warlord zone, especially if you know he's gonna option select, you can deflect it. It's extra damage. So that is like one deflect I would recommend. One deflect I think is actually good. But you have to be ready for it. Right? You with a light. Be careful with stamina. Thing about warlord is you don't really want to go low stamina, especially if there are walls nearby, because 1 GB at look at my mouse. 1 GB at this amount of stamina, like 60% of stamina, makes you go OS if he wall spats you into a wall. And if he's even smarter, he wall spats you into a wall and headbutts you. And that makes you almost instantly go out of stamina from like 60-70% around there. So yeah, be careful with your stamina against warlord. You don't want to go this low, especially this low, because he can GB you and he can throw you into the ground. When draining the last stamina, he can actually make you unbalanced. So be careful with stamina against warlord. Right, you dodge that, one more comes, nice dodge. You parry that heavy, you couldn't parry that one. One thing that helps me is don't rely too much on auto parry. When you know someone else is gonna throw and there's gonna be a time and the auto parry is not gonna be so consistent and you don't trust it, just re-input the manual parry. That's gonna help you on the long run. Right? So you have 95 revenge, you just wait right now to give someone revenge and hope they will feed. They did. You zone. And then light. You had the warlord behind you. You saw the indicator a long time. It's 900 ms indicator. Here, I think instead of lighting and buffering that, you should have just popped revenge and instantly killed the warlord. But you ate a heavy and put yourself at a bit more risky situation. Obviously, you still have revenge. You're still very fine, but I think it would have been way better to just pop revenge when you saw the indicator. Especially because you knew that if he's gonna do something there, he's gonna do, very heavy. You get lucky, lucky in quotation marks. So you get 2 lights. It's good, kill the warlord. Now this guy, be careful. So here, you could have been dead. If the Janjung would have parried your heavy, you would have died because he has choke. If he parries, he can choke you and can hold you even in revenge for a long time, to the point where you're gonna lose revenge, you're gonna hit the zone, and you're going to die. So here you very much played with fire, because one parry, no matter if he was light or heavy, would have killed you. So be more careful when throwing attacks like this on 1 HP with revenge almost going out against Janjung. Right? Nice block, good blocks. Again, another zone. I mean, you get lucky with this zone, but don't zone. Zone is not good for you, man. Zone is not healthy. Doctors don't recommend it. I'll tell you for sure. Try to get out of the habit of zoning so much. Right? I like that you fainted into nothing, because you don't know this opponent, and he might zone, and you don't have the HP to take the risk. So what happened? He zoned, and you parried that afterwards. Right? Okay, good. And now you zone, and then you light, and you kill it. Okay. Well, that was the clip. I mean, nice 1v2 you got there. Could have been better. You had some mistakes you can improve on. As I said, I will rate the clip. If I gave 4 out of 10 from the last one, I'll probably give like a 7 out of 10 for this clip. Thank you, Riddimam, for sharing. I will see you guys in the next clip. And we're back with the third clip, this time from Mr. China. Thank you for sending some footage over for me to give feedback. We have Carousel of Fire, I think. This has been an event game mode. He's playing Nobushi, they have the buff already, so this should be pretty good. It's a free, and let's see what happens. Oh, 1 second, let me... Okay, that's better. So, kills the Orochi. That was a very smooth transition. So let's go back and see what happened. So, takes advantage of the fact that he has been hit stun by his teammate. Oh, no, he was not. Okay, so kicks Overhanger, that's good. And then instantly switches to Orochi. One thing I think I would have maybe done, not saying it's maybe the better play, but if I would have seen Orochi going to Storm Rush, I would have instantly lighted Orochi rather than Lawbringer. But this was also good. He killed the opponent. Then you did the dodge light. Well, that dodge light had no sense. Okay, let's pause a bit. So, dodge light here, why? I mean, you're out of the range of Lawbringer. It's not like he's gonna GP you. It sounds to me, it looks to me like this was a big panic dodge light. It's not a good dodge light. Got you punished. Okay, and then here you try to do something. You try to dodge, and then iframe it with your dodge heavy. Well, Nobushi cannot do that. Nobushi has very bad iframes on dodge attacks. Cannot dodge and try to iframe it. What you could have done in this situation is maybe hidden stance and try to hidden stance the heavy and maybe punish him like that. But you saw yourself that you got punished if you try to dodge and iframe with your dodge attack. Doesn't work with Nobushi. It's very hard. It's very specific timing. If you wanted to do that, you had to do it like almost last second. Like almost ignore the dodge attack. You had to dodge the heavy itself. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so here you ate an unlock roll. You could have prayed that, like nothing stopped you from praying that. I would like to see if you could have done this. So after this, one thing I would have done instantly, if I were you. Look where Lawbringer is. Look where Shirogeki is. One thing you need to know and take advantage of Nobushi is your zone hitbox. Here your stamina would have maybe permitted one zone, especially the fact that with one zone you can kill this guy. Taking into consideration a buff and the fact that he did not have his guard on this right side, which is the zone, what I would have done in your situation is instantly lock on someone else and zone and hit him from behind. But okay, you would have got lighted anyway actually. Maybe if you would have done it earlier, like as soon as the heavy, would have been a possibility. But what you should see this as is, as Nobushi, you want to keep people on your right or in front of you. Let's say to keep people in front of you and instantly switch to someone else and have them now on your right or behind you and zone. Because if you do that, you're gonna zone, and for them it's gonna hit them in the first 200 ms of the animation. So you have a very fast attack that takes them by surprise. Especially if you throw some lights from the left and then instantly make the transition to zone from the right, you're gonna get a lot of good free damage from it. Here you try to dodge the unblockable. No need. What you could have easily parried there. I guess you were a bit scared of maybe Hug, but it was better than to dodge away, especially if you know it can track. Well, if you really wanted to dodge there, you could have back dodged or locked on Shigonki and dodge. Alright, let's go back a bit. I would like to see what happened. Here, you identified correctly that he's going to hit you. Right, so you dodge heavy. Right, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. I mean, nothing to say here. You kill the guy. He's dead. You have the really powerful buff, so you get to win this. Not that much to say. I mean, as I said, please send me clips of you guys struggling rather than send me a clip where you totally dominate and had the best play of your life. Obviously, I'm not saying this is the best play of their life or the biggest play, but you understand what I'm trying to mean. So yeah, if I would rate this clip, I would give it 7 out of 10. Good. You still have to learn. You still have things you can improve on. Maybe even 6 out of 10. Around there, 6 to 7 out of 10. I didn't like that you dodged like it after that. It was big panic that kind of ruined a bit the clip. Thank you, China, for sending the clip. And that is it for the first episode. I hope you guys like this format. If you do, you can always send me clips as well on my email address, which is barakid25@gmail.com. And in this case, I will see you next time. Bye bye.